What's up, losers? How are we all doing? Today we're going to talk about another piece of content from Andy from KillYourInnerLoser. He also runs a channel on YouTube, which I'm going to link down below. I don't want to link to his site too much because he has naughty pictures and YouTube doesn't like that. So go check out his channel. We are going to go over one of his articles on his website though, and I will tell you how to get to that via audio instead of description. It's called KillYourInnerLoser.com/life is a process of trying on lots of hats. I can definitely get on board with this. I love wearing hats. You'll see me wearing hats in most of my videos. I actually run a website called hatfish.com where I talk about hat styling. I'm a guy that loves hats. That isn't what this article is about though. This article is about your general journey through life. And he touches on something that equally his mentor, Chris from Good Looking Loser, touched on as well, which is this idea that your life is kind of a series of phases and you will involve yourself in certain things, gain a level of accomplishment and then move on. That's typically how people will live their lives. That's the reality for most people. Even people who plan out their entire lives and want to do a certain one thing the entire life, they will probably find that they end up putting on many different hats. It's just the way life seems to work out for everyone, you know what I mean? And I wanted to come at this from my own personal perspective, which is the things you enjoy currently, you may not enjoy in the future. The attitude and drive and enthusiasm you have for certain things might well go away. And you need to learn that it's healthy to move on. Learning how to move on is a very important skill. And it's also something you got to come to terms with. Chris used to say in the phases were you have your your hardcore self-improvement phase where you get yourself to a good enough standard, and then you have your girls phase where you're out there trying to learn how to get laid, and then you have your business and make money phase, and from there on, I don't know, maybe you have your give back phase that turns into where you help other people because you've already helped yourself in all the ways they're important. That seems to be how he planned his life out. I like Andy because he's much more of a scatterbrain. He goes at everything in random order. He loves trying loads of random new things. He doesn't have set phases in his life like Chris did. That's more like me as well. I like to jump around. I have shiny object syndrome. I like trying new things all the time too. It might damage my ability to max out the certain phases of my life, but I need variety. I can't stand still and get bored. So I think me and Andy are very similar in that regard. I'm very good at moving on from certain things and accepting the fact that these things are no longer what I thought they were. And sometimes you get I don't know, nostalgia and desire for things that used to be a big part of your life. But when you actually confront them in the present day as a present version of yourself, you realize it's not the same. It just isn't. I had this the other day, meeting some old friends who were really close mates of mine when I was out traveling, but meeting them in our own home country, it was just different. The vibe wasn't quite there, and I realized that the people, what had made it so I guess fun and great, and why we worked so well in Australia was because I was younger and I was fucking around a lot more, and I was enjoying that phase of my life, and I even moved on. And so you are going to move on from people, from things that you do and from places. I move on from locations all the time. I pretty much get sick of my location after about 9 months of living there. Moving on and trying to find your next hat is a really important part of your life, and you should just accept that for the way it is. I don't think hanging on to things for too long is a particularly good idea. Embrace change, embrace that your tastes and your sensibility and even the level of person that you are will increase, and therefore you will change and need to go on to bigger and better things. So don't be afraid of moving forward and trying on that new hat. As Andy says in his article, please go read it. Please check out his channel. I hope you like this video. Peace out.